Welcome to On the Rise podcast. I'm Matt Ricker here today with Dr. Arif Qayyum and Collin Ferguson. Thank you very much for joining me today.
How's it going?
It's good to join you. You can just call me Dr. Q.
Okay. All right. So, Dr. Q, I'm going to start with you. So, you are an associate professor of finance in the LaPenta School of Business. You are also a Mario J. Gabelli Endowed Professor of Finance and Heinz Fellow here at Iona. So, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into here at Iona.
How far do you want me to go?
Just a brief rundown.
Very quick. I am originally from Pakistan.
Okay.
Let's start from there. I'm going to start with my first job. My first job was as a stockbroker in my country. In my city, we have a stock market. So I was stockbroker, stock analyst. Then I came here to be that stockbroker because I was improving my education, doing my MBA. Then, because I already have my master's, they gave me a class to teach in my last semester. Some of my professors has to go on a leave, so they asked me if I want to cover it. It was a macro class, so I loved it, loved teaching. I said, then I went to my professor in finance, and I asked him, how can I do that? He said, do a PhD. I said, I'm thinking of doing a PhD because it helps being an analyst and have a PhD. He said, yeah, but then he said, okay, let's try that. And I applied for PhD programs. And here I am. My first job was in Oklahoma. And then I worked there for 7 years. Got associate professor there. Then there was an opportunity in Iona. I liked the area, liked the school is small. And I said, okay. And never looked back. Really, Iona is really fun.
That's great. So, in one of your roles here, you run a study abroad program.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I have to go a little bit of background also on that. So when I came here, I also run the CFA research challenge program that we run. So I'm always working with students. So then they started study abroad programs here, I think a couple of years ago. Again, we used to have them, but in business school. We used to have them, but then they a little bit faded away. Then we started them back up a couple of years back or 3 years back. So I think marketing was the first one. They went out, and then my students asked me that why are we not taking any from finance? I said, okay, let's think about it. And then I planned this study abroad program. I thought it should be interesting. Students should love it. That was the first thing. Because the thing about college is that this is the best time you have, for fun also. Mm-hmm. You have to study and you have to fun and you have to balance them. That's what I want to tell my students. So I thought, when I was arranging the study abroad program, I had this in mind, that there should be fun time, there should be work time. So this idea I came up with, that we should go to multiple countries, look at multiple cultures in terms of learning it well. So we picked 3 countries, England or UK, and Switzerland and Germany. Why? Because Germany is a Euro adopter, big presence in EU. Switzerland is not an EU member, not adopting Euro. UK, actually, I should say England. Britain stepped out of UK. So quit European Union, never adopted Euro. So very different 3 countries. I said, why don't we go and look into that how is it affecting their economies and their financial systems? So we make appointment with a few companies over there that will bring students. I also make an appointment with one of my friends. He teaches at a real estate program at University of
Reading,
University of Reading. So I made an appointment with him, very nice guy. He hosted us. It was great. So that's how it all got developed. And once we advertised it, it got a lot of positive feedback. We were, I think, over subscribed, you can say. So we ended up taking 23 students, and it was really great. I think they learned a lot from that, and Collin was virtually one of the students who went with us.
Yeah, it was a really unique experience. Especially, I really enjoyed going to Switzerland. It's a very interesting country, very beautiful. I got to travel a lot while I was there, even outside of the trips. But one of the things I really liked too, and the reason I'm really favoring Switzerland is because I had an internship at UBS over the summer, so we got to visit their Switzerland.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So we got to visit their Switzerland location, and I talked to like hiring managers over there, and they were like, "Oh, like you can look into like opportunities here now because like you have a connection through UBS." So I feel like that definitely opened a door for me to maybe work somewhere outside the U.S. and kind of experience something different. So I thought it was really unique experience, and so I jumped on it the second I saw it.
That's amazing. And you also went to London and Munich, right?
Yes.
So tell us about those other two places too when you went.
So when we went to London, we had a couple of corporate visits, and like Professor was saying, we went to Reading University and we toured their real estate program there. But in London, we went to JP Morgan, Bloomberg, and Man Group while we were there. And honestly, I thought JP Morgan was very impressive. They were really well put together, and I thought like the ability to kind of network with those people after, like they had like a nice meeting for us, kind of set everything up, brought us in, talked to us in like a little like conference room. So I thought that was like a really nice setup for us. And then I also like right after that, they like brought us into a room. They kind of let everyone like go up to like them and ask them questions just about like getting started as like a student, like what kind of path did you take. So I really thought that was a really like informational and like helpful thing that was a part of the trip. And then also Bloomberg, that was the most beautiful office I've ever seen in my life. It was phenomenal. It just touring that office, seeing like the terminals and everything. So they had their own podcast station like we're in here right now, and they had a whole like TV station set up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a super cool experience, and just seeing what I guess like work life is like in London and the really nice Bloomberg office they have there. So I really liked that part. Man Group was really good. It was kind of the same setup as JP Morgan. Obviously the Reading trip we all enjoyed. Plus like a cool part of the Reading trip too that I really enjoyed was like after we like finished up like all the like stuff with Professor Qayyum's colleague, and he had like a presentation for us and all that, we got to like kind of mingle with some of the students, and they kind of told us what life was like over there, and kind of how like a college life is in England, and it was just kind of like a culture shock. We were like, wow, like this is way different than something we experience here in the States.
So, being that you are a senior graduating in May, what advice would you give to, students who are younger than you, and why should they take advantage of study abroad opportunities here at Iona?
So, just basic advice is definitely stay on top of your schoolwork, number one, and then number two, like really try to put yourself into quality like positions for like internships or jobs or just anything that you can like put yourself ahead of the curve is essential. And I think like me personally, like I took the route of UBS, like I had prior connections that I used to get that job. So I really think that it's important to exploit and kind of use those connections to the best you can to kind of advance your career and make yourself the best you can be in that sense. And then when it comes to a trip like this, I feel like it's like really important if you want to kind of explore your options and see what's out there, because I feel like it really opened the opportunity of working in Europe for me, because I hadn't even thought of that possibility until I went on this trip. So that was really cool. And then it kind of gives you like knowledge and like that cultural background that you don't really see here in the States, and it kind of gives you an appreciation for something else, and it gives you a different worldview. So I think it's something that you should definitely take advantage of.
That's great. And in networking is challenging to not just students, but to anyone, whether you're 50 years old or 25 years old, it's challenging. What advice would you have for those who are looking to network no matter the age?
Yeah, so honestly, I found the best thing that you can do when you're networking is never try to portray something that you're not. Always portray and show like what you have, like show your cards, and I think the right person will pick you up and find you and give you an offer, or whether it's an internship or even a job. So I think just kind of working hard and kind of being like who I am, and like I'm more of an outgoing person, but I can't really speak for someone who's more introverted in that aspect, but like just being myself, kind of going out there, like showing what I have to offer, and just kind of putting the right foot forward.
Yeah. That's great. That's great advice. So, Dr. Q, I understand that there's some more opportunities coming within the next few months, right?
Yes. In summer, in May, we have an immersion trip to Ireland, thanks to the efforts from the President Provost's office.
Okay.
We will have this trip where students will work for a week with a company, and then in different departments.
Mm-hmm.
And the next week, they will prepare a presentation to the company advising them that how they can improve their operations. And they will present it in front of the company executives.
That's great.
So I think it's a very good opportunity, and we like to continue it because there are very rare cases where you got to work like this, where you get first-hand experience along with feedback from people who actually work in that business. So I think that's a good opportunity. The other thing and it's ongoing opportunities. It's not like, oh, this is after this done. I just want students to know that at Iona we have a lot of opportunities. You just have to ask. And again, you don't have to come and ask me for those. Any professor, you ask them, oh, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do, for example, finance, and you are an English major, you want to learn about finance, ask your English professor, I want to learn about finance, who should I talk to? They will point you in the right direction. We all kind of know each other, so they will let you know who to talk to. And in finance, if you want to focus on a certain area, will help you with that too. And it's true for all of them.
Yeah.
And the opportunities are also again there. I also, because I am an endowed professor, and I have this opportunity for students, whoever wants to do any research or anything they are interested in, they can come and talk to me, and we'll see. And because this is how these students are going to China. They said that we want to research in this area. I mostly do research in finance and real estate. If they're interested, come and talk to me. And
that's great. And do you think the China trip will become something that's year to year, or do you think it just depends on?
It depends on where the conferences are. This is technically a trip that I'm taking students to a conference.
Okay.
And we were at Gabelli's office here in Rai, visiting the students. And Mario came, and we were talking, and he said, and one of my colleagues brought up that we are going to China, and can we visit your office? And Mario said, sure. And that's how it all got started.
Yeah.
So we were going on a conference, and this all added up to that. Last year, this year in January, I took 2 students for a conference in Thailand.
Wow.
Yes. So now this is end of the year, mid-year, depends on what your research is. Again, you have to take the initiative, come and talk to someone, talk to me. If you're interested in finance or real estate, do research.
Right.
I'll work with you. I'll teach you how to do research, what to do, how to gather data, and all the other stuff, the good and fun stuff. And then you can just do your paper, and I'll take you to present the research on, and then we can also work on publishing your research. And it will be a good addition to the student resume if you are looking for any job in your field. So this is open.
Yeah, actually, that was going to be my next question. How do these study abroad opportunities impact the student's career once they graduate?
Number one is networking.
Yeah.
The reason I want to start with networking is it all comes from there. For example, we were in, I think, JP Morgan. and they were talking to my students, and there were like 4 or 5 different employees there, and they said that their internship will open at certain time every year, and they asked them, if you want to list us as your reference, you can. So that's networking.
Yeah,
so if
that's
your
great.
application comes up and they say, oh, I know this guy who referenced this person, so he must be nice.
Yeah.
So networking. So
Okay.
networking, I think, is the main
Yeah.
thing you can get. And
Absolutely.
right now, because we are a global village, and no matter how much you try to be internal company, like, oh, we only stay in one country, you still be affected by other countries. You have to deal with them.
Right.
Okay, so it's better to know their
Yeah.
culture, better to know about them. It will help you in your business and in your job interview, because that's another thing I tell my students, especially when you go for an interview. Your resume, they saw it. They saw your degrees. Now they call you for interview. They want to know if they can work with you. Can they have a nice time with you? Can they talk with you? Are you
Yeah.
what kind of person you are? That's what they want to know in the interview.
Right.
So these kind of discussion, these experiences can be good icebreakers.
Yeah.
Something
Absolutely.
will
Yeah.
put you ahead of other people.
That's great. Well, Dr. Q and Collin, thank you very much for joining me today on the Rise podcast. And best of luck to you both. Best of luck as you approach graduation. And I'm sure, you'll have tons of more students interested in the future. So thank you both. And I'll see you around campus.
Yeah,
Thank you for your
thanks.
time.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
And that's all for On the Rise. I'm Matt Ricker. We'll see you next time.